I'm a Virgo. And Virgos love adventure.
Thanks.
Wow.
Any Virgos in the room?
No Virgos.
Libra. Sag.
Scorpio.
I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Leo.
I'm an Aries.
I'm a Libra.
Aries, April 1st.
Hey.
Well, you guys weren't aware this is a competition, but Libra is the correct answer. So congrats to you two.
Just like I am the winner.
That's exactly what Libras would say.
Funny enough, Boots emailed me, and the title of the email was 13-foot tall black man in Oakland. That's it. That was what came into my email, and it said Boots Riley, and so I clicked into it.
Shows you click on junk mail.
Yeah, it was in my spam for a while. I definitely left it in spam.
I figure if it works for, Star and National Enquirer, we got to learn from that, right? We can't just, shoo that away. We got to take all those things, all that wisdom.
Actually, it really was. It was like it was very familial, and like everybody was like, I think, super engaged in the creativity and the originality of it all. Like, it's rare that you get to do something that's this like inventive, and so I think we just every day came with enthusiasm and excitement.
I have to say this story, this pretty cool story. I started talking to Boots maybe 6 or 7 months before this whole thing was kind of going off, and we just kind of went back and forth about this guy, the hero, and this 13-foot tall man in Oakland. And but I think maybe, I don't know what your experience was, but one of this was my Boots experience when I showed up to work for the very first day. I was sitting in hair and makeup, and I looked over, and it was this very funky wig, and I said, wow, that's a strange wig. Who's wearing that? And the woman was very quiet, and she looked at me and she said, "You are." And I said, okay, yeah. And I put it on, and I walked on the set, and we kind of met really kind of for the first time in person. It was all on Zoom, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I said, "Man, I have no idea who this person is. But I guess, we're going to find out tomorrow." And it was as collaborative and as surprising as anything that I've ever worked on.
We do a lot of talking about shit. And who knows whether that's the right way to do it or not, but we talk about stuff. I've only done 2 productions now, and I keep hearing other stories that how it's different. But these folks were at my house every weekend and just partying together. And, even I had to go to sleep.
Yeah, he's out. There were many nights where Boots left
Boots
me
was just
at his house.
He was out. He was like, "All right, y'all, y'all can stay here." But
and talk, and it was like, if I felt like, damn, I wish I went to theater camp, because that's what it felt like. They're like singing karaoke songs, doing choreography, and if you needed to find folks when because something was happening on a set, you could find them with the other actors. So they really, and you know what? It comes across on screen. Not saying they're not professional, but the friendship definitely helped that happen. And, and we needed that because, with the way that we did this stuff, forced perspective and stuff, any scene that Jharrel is in, he's not looking at anybody. They're not looking at him, right? And so they had to go, off of the connection they had.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the work that we put into the scene had to, get built before the scene, and in rehearsals we had to spend a lot of time locking eyes with each other and hanging out and understanding each other's tics and mannerisms, because there's a section of time where I had an earpiece in my ear, and that's all I got from my scene partners. It'd be action, and I'm alone in this room, and all I'm hearing is them cracking jokes on the other side. But it's funny because I can put faces to the jokes that's being made, because I know these guys, and I love them. And so when I hear Brett, his loud ass, saying some shit and joking around, I know exactly what face he's making. And so it helped inform everything going on my side, you know. Well, you know, I'm 5'8", so it felt great to be tall and look at everything from a smaller perspective. It was incredible. I'm afraid of heights too, so I had to get up on a ladder more than a few times and kind of just brave the fear up there multiple times. Having miniature pieces and having the production really put in so much time and effort on creating a world for me to play in was incredible. It helped me tap in a lot more. Tap in easier. You know, they built the whole small apartment for Cootie, so I felt gigantic in there. And it was just those little things that helped me, as opposed to doing the special effects and the CGI. Putting me in that world helped me just create Cootie a bit easier, you know.
Yeah. Everybody had their own half-scale puppet of them, and we had a 13-foot puppet, you know, all of that stuff. And, you know, so we used every trick in the book. It wasn't just forced perspective. It was, we had 2 different sets and different things like that, and smashing those together. You know, we did everything.
Yeah. It was pretty much either acting to a green tape mark or a doll. Yeah. Or an iPad with laggy connection.
Yeah, I think you'd be correct in that assumption, you know, for sure. You know, this is an eccentric billionaire with an idea about how to change the world. He just kind of goes about it the wrong way.
You know, every character that I put in there, you know, there's to some extent, you know, the only way that I can put humanity in them is to make them me in some way. Right, and obviously then the actors take them and they make them in some way, and all sorts of things. So from that standpoint, everybody, I think, in you know, all the characters I write, they want to do what they think is the right thing in the world, and because I think that's what most people want, you know, and they just have different things. So you know, we'll be, you know, hitting on all of that and what that means in terms of, you know, how that reflects on, you know, the mythology that we hear through comic books and all that. And I myself was you know, like I probably was having a psychotic break when I was 12. I was trying to be a superhero, like working out, and like I'm glad, you know, like I was working out, doing ninja stars, doing all that kind of stuff, thinking like, oh, okay, maybe I could be like Daredevil or something. And you know, that's what would I have been if I would just ended up being a cop, right? And that's what, you know, but that's kind of where that leads sometimes.